What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am Backcrum the Unknown, and today I have been saving up all of my recent deliveries for a while and in-person pickups. Everything from GameStop, Best Buy, limited run games, strictly limited, super rare, and the list goes on. But let's go ahead, start seeing what we got here, and check it out. Alright, everybody, so like I said, this is the most recent pickups that I've got in person, Black Friday, a mixture of things, because I actually buy a lot of my video games on Black Friday throughout the year, and I just play it from there, because sometimes they're half off, they're 75% off, they're really cheap, which is why I love buying a bunch of games now and then playing them throughout the year. So one of the games that I recently picked up was No More Heroes 3 for the Switch. Now, a bunch of people have been telling me, you know, they're not a big fan of this one, or it's okay, it's not great. But I have the other two games, the collector's editions, on the Switch already. I have Travis Strikes Again on the Switch, so I figured I might as well get this for the collection. I played them on the Wii, but I haven't replayed the first one, and I haven't touched the second one yet. So I'm excited to finally have the full collection on the Switch, and next year I'm going to start playing through them. But the best part was, although this says $28, $28.97, it was on the clearance rack for half of that, and I even had a $5 off coupon for your monthly December purchases. So this was fantastic. This was my most recent pickup in store at a GameStop, so I'm very happy to have this added to the collection. Alright, so next up we have a bubble mailer here, and this is from GameStop, and I believe this was one of my Black Friday purchases, and it was, and this is Miles Morales for the PlayStation 4. Now, I loved Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. It was great. I loved the DLC for the game. Loved everything about it. But I knew that Miles Morales for the PlayStation 4 was going to go down in price. It's finally $20, or at least for Black Friday it was $20. I wasn't going to pay full price for this game at all. It just wasn't going to happen. So I knew, with it being a PlayStation 4 exclusive, well, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 exclusive game, I was going to pick it up. I haven't picked up PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X yet, so I wanted it on the PlayStation 4. Got it for a good price thanks to Black Friday, and now I have it in the collection. Only $20. Alright, next up we got another bubble mailer here, and we got two games in here. And, oh, this is another GameStop Black Friday purchase. So this is a brand new version of Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Now, I still haven't played this game yet, and from what I hear, it's amazing. Especially with the Director's Cut, I wanted a version that had a little bit more than when it was first put out there. I knew it was going to be a good game, a definite must-buy, but I wanted to wait until the price dropped. I'm cheap, I like video games, but I don't like paying full price for them. So with everything on here, I think it comes with either all the DLC or some of the DLC. I'm just happy to have this in the collection. I can finally start to play it, and I didn't pay full price. The other purchase that I got was, so this is a new game, but it's been opened. I believe it's a GameStop exclusive. This is Chicken Police Painted Red. Now, this looks like a crazy game. I don't think I paid the full $20 for it on Black Friday. It is a new game. It's by THQ Nordic, or it's been published by them, and I'm getting mixed stories on it. It's for the PlayStation 4 or Switch. I picked it up on the Switch. It was actually a little bit more expensive on the Switch, maybe like 15 bucks. But with a name like that, how could you not get this game and test it out? So, complete blind buy. I saw something about it, and I heard it was a GameStop exclusive. Maybe it's good. If you guys think I should jump on this right away and start playing this first, let me know in the comments down below. Alright, next up we have another bubble mailer. And in here, this is from Best Buy. And the only reason why I picked this up at Best Buy was because I tried to actually get this at Target, but it was completely unavailable, which I couldn't believe. And this is Persona 5 Royal. I actually have Persona 5 for the PlayStation 4, but I missed out on getting the Royal Edition. So this has, I believe it's got all the DLC on here, and for the Switch, I like to collect more for the Switch than any other console I have, because first off, it's a Nintendo product. I feel like the Nintendo items hold their value longer, and with the hybrid nature of the console, for the longer games, if I want to sit upstairs while my wife watches a movie and, you know, I can play some Switch. We're still in the same area and we're still having fun. I don't necessarily have to be glued to a TV like other consoles, which is why I prefer purchasing games for the Switch. But when this came out, I've been liking the Persona series, so I figured, hey, let's give it a shot. I picked it up. The rest is history. This was a Black Friday exclusive again. I think it was either $20 or $30. So for a brand new game at that price, I know it's not a brand new game, but a brand new game for the Switch at that price, I had to pick it up. Let me know in the comments down below. I know there's a lot of diehard fans for the Persona series, especially for Persona 4 and 5, since it's grown in popularity. Should I start jumping on this, or should I finish my other games first? Let me know. All right, next up we have this box. I'm going to say it's a box. It's like a big old package from Super Rare Games. We got our handy dandy bat knife. Oh, we didn't even need the bat knife. Look, it's got a little pull tab here, but it's taped shut. All right, so this is a big package from Super... Why does that stuck to my hand? This is a big package from Super Rare Games. So for those that don't know, I believe Super Rare Games, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but Super Rare Games is based out of London. And I love their packaging. It's unique. I've never seen any other Switch game come with this packaging. But they usually always provide a postcard saying thank you for your purchase from Super Rare Games, which is cool. We have, oh man, how do I pronounce this? Transarubi. We're gonna see how if I pronounce that right, but this is number 81 in their line. I'm at least going to 100 with their line and seeing if I can purchase all of them 1 through 100, because I always like a complete collection, but you know, with everything going up in price, it's hard to kind of stay on track with all of them, even limited run games. I'm trying to get a full set for the Switch. That is becoming more and more difficult as they're on number 170. Whew! So I at least have 170 games either in my collection currently or ordered for the Switch, not to mention all the other titles, plus Super Rare, plus Strictly Limited, plus Signature Edition, plus all the other regular releases for the Switch. So it is getting very difficult to keep up. So I figured at 100, I'm going to pick and choose from Super Rare Games. And I usually buy a bunch at once because it saves on shipping with this. But glad to have that in the collection. A lot of these, I don't know how they're going to be. They're just blind buys because they are in that order. Next up, we have Grapple Dog. Now, this one I believe is a Super Rare Games developed video game. It sounded like a lot of fun. They've been pushing it really hard. This is number 79 in their run. So it sounded fun. Glad to have it in the collection. Next up we have The Tourist, I believe. And like I said, their packaging is interesting. The games are sealed in this packaging, which I think is really cool. But they always have a sticker. You get a sticker, a pack of cards, and the game is sealed, and it usually has a manual on the inside. I don't think it's always, but a lot of the times it is. But The Tourist, know absolutely nothing about this. A blind buy again because it's in the numbering for Super Rare. Then we have Will You Snail by Super Rare Games. This is number 80, and actually The Tourist is number 77 in their line. Number 80 is Will You Snail. And again, this looks like a neon, is it a shooter game? A side-scroller platformer? I couldn't tell you because it's just number 80 in their line. So that's part of the fun with these. They're numbered. I'm a sucker for anything that says Collector's Edition, Limited Edition. I gotta snag it and play it and see how it is. So with these, they're all numbered. They look great on the shelf, and they have a little green tab on the side, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, interesting to see how this is gonna play, and this one looks like one of the more colorful ones. And lastly, from this package from Super Rare Games is number 78 in their collection, and this is Fast RMX. I love this game on the Wii U. It was only digital here in the US, but I know other countries got a physical edition of this game. This is the first time I've had a physical edition of it. I think it comes with all the DLC because there was DLC for the Wii U, which I actually purchased because I love this game, and this was as close as I could get to a new F-Zero game on a Nintendo console. So very happy to have this in the collection. And now it's portable. So I actually play this game. I love it. It's a whole lot of fun. If you guys haven't played it, while the store is still up for the Wii U, you might want to download it. It's a whole lot of fun, especially on the Wii U. I liked it, but on the Switch, now that it's portable and I can play it upstairs or when I'm out or traveling or wherever, very happy to have this, because this is just a fun game wherever you go. Alright, so our next package is also from Super Rare Games. Usually I purchase 3 of their games at a time. Oh goodness, this is really glued. Again, because they are out of London, getting it shipped here to the US is a little pricey. So I usually buy a bunch all at once. So again, you get their super rare, I want to say signature edition games, I don't know why, but they're super rare thank you card, which, you know, is always nice. But this one came with a little extra. So again, 3 games, usually my go-to whenever I purchase these. So this is game number 76, Dicey Dungeon. I'm not going to spend too much time on these because I haven't played many of them. So happy to have that. That's number 76. Then we have number 75, and this is Necrobarista Final Pour. So again, complete blind buy. I don't know, it's like if it's Valhalla, Coffee Talk, but it's another barista game, so we'll give it a shot. And lastly, we have A Short Hike. And this one came with a little map, it looks like, of the entire area. And this one looked like the most interesting out of the 3. This is number 74. So this one is probably going to be the first one out of these 3 that I'm playing, just because it looked a little bit more interesting than the others, and it comes with a map. The downside is the map that it comes with, I don't know if you can see, but it's actually bigger than the box for the Nintendo Switch, which is a little disappointing. But again, it's kind of cool to have that. I'll stick it in there maybe behind the game or something on the shelf, because it's still shorter than the box itself. But yeah, definitely happy to have those. Next, we have one additional item that I purchased with these, or actually 2. So with all the super rare games that I've been purchasing, like I said, I want to go up to 100 games. I purchased a super rare games pin, so I'm happy to have that. And they actually had similar to limited run games, how you can buy like a mystery box for either the Switch or PlayStation 4, and they had it for the Vita back in the day for their mystery boxes. I think they even had it for steel cases if you want, but they had one for stickers for super rare games, and some of the stickers I've put on laptops, different places. So these I can just put wherever, because I want to try to save some of the bigger ones. But now that I have some extras, I can personalize some of my stuff. So happy to have these as well. They had a deal going on too. They weren't that expensive. All right, next package. All right, so on my next package, this actually has Amazon Prime tape, and it even has Japanese writing on it, which I think is really cool. Because this one came from Amazon Japan. It wasn't available in Amazon US, but this is the Sega Genesis Mini 2. Now, this was pretty expensive for a mini console. Mini consoles were kind of going the way of the dodo a little bit. You know, they haven't been out for a while, but when I heard some of the games that were going to be on this, along with the Sega CD games, I had to snag it and pick it up. I know some of the games that are included on here are very rare in the US, so one of those games is actually way more expensive than this console by itself, and the shipping was actually really expensive for this, which is the worst part. But this is not sold in stores in the US as I know of. The only thing that I'm disappointed is the packaging. It looks like it got a little smushed a little bit, but yeah, every other person that I've seen do an unboxing has had a good box. They did different versions of this as well. They have some games on here in Japanese. They didn't really change the language as far as I know, but you can. There are a lot of good features with this console, so I'm very happy to have this in the collection. I'm actually hooking it up because there are some games on here, both Sega CD and regular Sega Genesis, that I know I would never be able to afford. But to have them all on one console, it's fantastic. Now, the only thing I wish they would do is, since they're starting to dip their foot into the Sega CD genre, I guess, or console, is have an add-on to this. It could be a Sega CD add-on for the Sega Genesis 2, so it looks comparable, like right next to it, and it's got the add-on, so this could sit right next to it. And it has only Sega CD games, including Snatcher, because it's missing from this. But it would look aesthetically pleasing. It would look cool to have a mini Sega CD, and it would attach to this as well. That's what I'd like to see. I don't think Sega is ever going to do that, but that's just something that I would like to have because I've never had a Sega CD. I don't have one currently, and I only have a few games that I've been dying to play. So I would really like an add-on for this. Some of the Sega CD games on here are a lot of fun though. But next package. All right, let's start with a limited run package right here. And as some of you are noticing as we go through this video, I have the Batman hat on. This was only given to store employees of Little Caesars. It was never sold in stores, but thank God for eBay because I was able to find one with tags on it still. Happy to have this in the Batman collection. This box has some games that I've been dying to play. First off is Narita Boy. Now this looked like a whole lot of fun. Again, this was a blind buy, but from what I've seen from some of the images and reviews on it, really excited to play this. So this is number 129 from Limited Run Games. We also have the Angry Video Game Nerd Collection, games 1 and 2. This is one that I've also been wanting to play really badly, but on one of our other unboxings, I actually got it for PlayStation 4 as well. And I've been playing it on there because you can get the achievements. And it has a reversible cover, so now I can figure out which one I can put on one console, which one I can put on the other. But happy to have this in the collection. This was not numbered. This is just sold through Limited Run Games. Next up is game number 128, and this is Space Assault. Now this looks like a great shooter. I don't know if it's 3D or if it's just a side scroller, but it looks like a 3D space game, and I'm a sucker for those. I've been craving a decent Star Fox game for so long, so hopefully this will satiate that craving. 128. And this is a shooter I know for sure. This is number 125, and this is, I can't pronounce it. It's like Mushi. I'm not going to attempt it. But this looked like a good shooter. This was the first time I saw Limited Run sold a, I guess, mini console setup where you could put your Switch sideways and you could play this game with one Joy-Con sideways as well in this little wooden build-out thing. And it would be like a mini arcade cabinet, which was very cool, but I passed on it because I think it was close to $100 and it was just the wooden parts, if it's even wood, particle board, whatever it was. But I don't have space for it. I need to kind of be careful of what I'm purchasing and what I'm putting around because space is limited, obviously, once you start collecting. So very happy to play this and have it in the collection. I swear I'm happy to have it. Then we have all the cards, but before we get to the cards, we have Blood Rain Revamped 1 and 2 in the slipcover box. Whoops. I've actually been craving to play some of this. I played the 2D scroller Blood Rain by WayForward, I believe, and that is a whole lot of fun. If you guys get a chance, download it, purchase it, whatever you want to do. It's a side scroller beat 'em up game. It is so much fun. I had a whole lot of fun playing that over Thanksgiving break. I highly recommend playing that one because that is, you know, blood, guts, gore. You can make zombies blow up. It's a whole lot of fun, so I like that. But I've been also craving some of the old school Blood Rain games, and that movie with Christiana Loken is terrible, but I'm a huge fan of her still, just because of the Terminator. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. And of course, we get all the lovely cards that are freebies from Limited Run. All right, next package. All right, we're gonna start speeding this up because this video is taking a long time. We have a 2-pack from Limited Run Games, as you saw from the box, and this is Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger IX2 and Kojin Sword of Rewind. Now, I looked both these up. One is a little bit more difficult than the other, but the Gunvolt series, I have the first one from this Luminous Avenger, so I knew I had to pick up the second one, and I saw the 2-pack. Usually these are a little bit more interesting, but I love it when they come with the slip covers. It's really cool, and they have Limited Run on the backing stamped. They're both also sealed inside of this, but I just wanted to pick this up so I can complete the collection on the Switch, and they're just really fun games to have. So I figured I'd challenge myself with Kojin, I believe, and Luminous Avenger is just a fun game, Mega Man-esque. But yeah, happy to have this in the collection. Next box. All right, next up, we are gonna do a strictly limited box. And when I first got this, I didn't even realize what it was. This is the collector's edition for Pocky and Rocky Reshrined Edition. Now, Pocky and Rocky, this comes with a whole bunch of goodies in here. There's two versions that you can have, and I don't remember which one I purchased. You may have a stuffed animal inside, or you may not, but I think I skipped on the stuffed animal because that sounds a little bit loose in there. But I think it was another $25, and again, I don't need extra things hanging out in my game room, but I'm happy to have this. I've played this game. It's a whole lot of fun. Happy to have the collector's edition in the collection. I can't recommend it enough. The Pocky and Rocky game, it's on the Wii U that you can download for the Game Boy Advance, but this is for the Switch. I have the regular edition for the Switch, now I have the collector's edition. Go out, download it, play it. It's a whole lot of fun. It's old school, tough, and challenging, so I highly recommend it. And we may do an additional video of unboxing of this because I think it's got some cool goodies in it. Next box. All right, so we have two other limited run boxes here. So as you guys know, I have a whole bunch of steel books, and I like to display them. So you always got to pick up your display stands from limited run. And in this box, we have one card for Dawn of the Monsters. Now this one I think is a beat 'em up, or I don't know. It just sounded great, but giant fighting monsters, hands down, I'm in. This is it's by Way Forward as well, which is what really sold me on it. But it's also 136 for limited run, so we're going for a full set. Had to snag it, and that's the card that we got. Next up, we have Ender Lilies, and it's Quietus of the Nights. I think that's how you pronounce that. So again, this was a blind buy. It looked really dark. The colors are very vibrant in it. I don't know anything about it. It's not in the regular run of limited run games, but I wanted to give it a shot. So let me know in the comments down below if you think I should start playing this or if I should kind of put it on the back burner. Let me know. In this limited run box, we have a 3DS game. This is Go-Go Coco Polo 1 and 2, or I don't even know how to pronounce this. I don't know. It's by Tanuki Berries and Company. Go-Go Coco Polo, and then Go-Go Coco Polo 3D. So this is for the 3DS. It's a 2-pack. Limited Run Games sold 3 versions of this. You could buy each game individually. You could buy them in a 2-pack slipcover, which I always love slipcovers. I'm a sucker for it. Or a collector's edition. Obviously, depending on which edition you got, it's going to take a little bit longer until you get it. I also snagged the collector's edition, one to play and one to keep sealed. I got problems. But I wanted to give this one a shot and see what it's like. Again, complete blind buy, but with the last few games for limited, or for the last few games coming out for the 3DS, the rare ones are the ones that you want to get, and they're the hardest to get at the tail end. So I definitely wanted to make sure I snagged this one. Next box. Next up, we have one of my favorite styles of limited run boxes to get. How it's a little bit bigger, but it's still got limited run on the side. I love it. They've done it in green. They've done it in purple. Lots of packaging for this one. What in the world is this? All right, we got a few games here. Some that I've been waiting on for a while. We have Haven, and I've been seeing a lot about this one. I have absolutely no idea what this game is about, but it looked interesting. The art style looks like cel-shaded graphics, so I'm excited to play that. This is number 117, so I've been waiting on this one for a while. Next, we have Double Dragon and Kunio-kun Retro Brawler Bundle. And this has 18 titles of, I guess, a bunch of different fighter games. What do we got? Double Dragon. And just a mixture of other games. So you can never go wrong having one of these, especially in your Switch when you're traveling, which I like to do. And this is number 115. So obviously they're on number 170. I've been waiting on this one for a while. Next, we have Way Forward's Shantae Half Genie Hero and Shantae the Pirate's Curse. Now, as you know, this one is hard to come by on the Switch, so I had to snag it for PlayStation 5. They sold the Switch, or they sold the box for it, the slipcover, so I gotta fill that box. It's just what you gotta do. So I am gonna toss these in there, and when I get my PlayStation 5, I'll have some games to play. So happy to have these in the collection. And of course, with Limited Run, you get these awesome cards. So happy to have these, and they gave me quite a few. I think I got the extra set for Shantae as well, because it looks like they gave me 2 of them. All right, guys, next up we have this massive box here, and it was torn open, so I was a little bit nervous on what was gonna, how it was gonna present. But there's a lot of packaging in here, or padding, you never know. But I saw this, and I was like, what is this? Because it's just in a big old box. I know what it is. I'm just letting you see if I can get any guesses before I open this up what it is. So this, I think, may have been one of the longest waits for a release for Limited Run that I've ever waited for. Look at all this dirt from that box. So this is Neon, or Double Dragon Neon, for the Switch Collector's Edition. I have been waiting for this for definitely over a year. And one thing I realized, I didn't get any cards with this, because this is number 108. So they are on number 170, and this is 108. So this is definitely over a year, maybe a year and a half. We're definitely over the year mark for this one. There's no excuse for that. I know there's, shipping issues and packaging and all that, but I ordered it, I think it was May of 2021, and we're at the tail end of 2022 when I'm filming this, so that's unexcusable. This was actually ready before this, which I was surprised about, because this has a lot of goodies in there. But this comes with like a can from the game, like a soda can, kind of like Odd World, one of the Odd World collector's editions. So I thought that was cool, because it's like an in-game item that you can't get anywhere else. But there were some other things that just didn't make sense. So I'm wondering if it was the can that took forever to produce and make, or what the deal was. But this took forever, and this was the reason why this package was held up for so long. But I don't have any of those freebie cards from Limited Run. There's nothing in the box. There was nothing in the packaging. So I don't know if I have to call their support team or what. But yeah, so there's no card for that, and this is number 108 in the line. There's nothing for this one, and this is 107. This is Double Dragon 4, which is definitely in their line, 107 and 108. So you can tell that I've been waiting for this package for quite a while. I've heard some negative things about Double Dragon 4. From what it looks like, it's the same style that was kind of NES arcade style. It's the same kind of graphics, so people weren't very happy with it. They thought the graphics should have been better, a better style, but I think they wanted to stay true to the style of the original 3 games before that, and just release the 4th version of that, so I can kind of respect it. I'm going to play it, I'm going to give it a shot and see, but I can see why people would be upset, and at the same time I can see why they kept it in the original style. But this is a chonkers of a package. So we're going to get the handy dandy bat knife here, and we're going to open this. And I think we are definitely going to have to do a special unboxing video of this one, because this is what I've been waiting for quite a long time. Now, they've had other editions come out for other games, but I wanted this one just because I thought it was the coolest looking one. This is the... Oh, they actually put more stuff in there. Do we have the cards in here? We do. There are the cards. All right. So this is the Castlevania Collector, or Castlevania Anniversary Collection, and this is the Collector's Edition, which this is the first time I'm seeing it. Yeah, so we're still... this is the weird thing because I got a card for Castlevania and I got a card for Double Dragon 4, but I still don't have a card for Double Dragon Neo. So I think they put the cards in here and it was just kind of sitting in the warehouse. That's some good packaging in this box though. Like they even had the corners packaged around this box. So for the packaging, good on you, Limited Run. But it looks like this is the old style card. As you can see, the cards here are there, but I don't have any cards for Double Dragon Neo. Let me know in the comments down below if that happened to you. But apparently I ordered a Switch display stand as well for another another case. But this has so many games in it. It's got Castlevania, Simon's Quest, Dracula's Curse, Super Castlevania 4, Castlevania Bloodlines, The Castlevania Adventure, Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, Kid Dracula, and I am so excited to play all of these. I believe I actually have this version on the PlayStation 4, just the regular version, but I can kind of tell by looking at this box. Even in the box, you can keep this in here. This is actually like a light up marquee, and I don't know if you can see from the camera angles, there's different layers, and on the side here, there's an on-off switch and there's a button. So we're gonna have to have some sort of unboxing video just of this box and of this game, because this is quite the display piece. So if you guys have this in your collection, let me know how you're displaying it and what it's like to open this, because we're having a special video just to open this. This was the last package that we were going to open today. Let me know in the comments down below what game you think I should start playing first. And for anyone that got Double Dragon Neo, did you get your cards? Am I the only one that got gypped? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm Backherm the Unknown. Hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Backherm out.